I'm going to be ranking the best point guards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 25 to 28 of the best point guards in my team. But guys, let me know in the comment section down below who are some of your guys' favorite point guards to be running right now in Season 5, and let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But looking at the first point guard here is going to be Galaxy Curry. I would say Curry probably is going to be somewhere in that B tier category. He still is going to be very nice on the offensive end and very easy to use. You know, he's 6'3", only does have a 6'3" wingspan, but he's obviously got that 99 3 ball, 98 mid-range, really fast as well, 98 speed, 98 acceleration. Actually not that bad at going to the rim for a Curry card with an 85 driving dunk, and very solid defensive stats. Like, he's got a 97 steal, 94 perimeter, so all around Curry can do it all on both sides of the ball. He's not going to be a great defender, but at least he can hold his own now. He's got a jump shot on quick timing, so a little bit fast of a release. It's already really good on normal timing, and then he's also got some really good dribble sigs. He's got that Curry slide, which can be effective. The Curry escape's really nice, and all around I think Steph Curry, you know, with his new updated jump shot, or not updated jump shot, updated defensive stats and driving dunk, I do think Curry probably somewhere in that B tier category. LaMelo Ball I think is gonna have to be in C tier. He just really isn't that great at point guard anymore. I think he's a little bit outdated, but what I will say is when he gets a new card, like if he gets a Galaxy Opal or Dark Matter, we could be looking at the new, like, maybe best point guard in the game, because he's got the best jump shot, or like at least the best base for a point guard in the game, at least in my opinion. I think the LaMelo Ball or KPJ is probably a little bit better, but he's got one of the best bases in my team right now. So if he gets his jump shot on, let's say, very quick on his Dark Matter version, and he gets some really good dribble sigs, that's pretty much all he's missing is if he gets good dribble sigs, some better defense, some better stats, he could be honestly like a top 2, top 3, maybe even the best point guard in the game, because he's 6'7", has a really good jump shot, and he does have a pretty solid player model as well. But I think for his pink diamond version, he's gonna have to be in that C tier category. Jrue Holiday easily gonna be an A tier. He might be a top 5 point guard. If you guys don't know, S tier is gonna be my top 5 point guards. Is Jrue Holiday a top 5 point guard? I probably don't think so, but he's really close to being somewhere in that top 5. He's a really good defender. I mean, that's what this Jrue Holiday can do. Play really good lockdown defense and has an okay jump shot. It is a little bit, you know, kind of difficult to green at first, but once you get it down, I do think it's a very solid jump shot. Tyler Hero, I don't think he's a top 5 point guard, but he might get moved up to S tier later in the video. If you guys don't know, S tier is going to be my top 5 point guards. But I mean, this Tyler Hero card, he is going to be really fun to use, and he is available now in game. I think only 1 or 2 people have him, but he is available to get. He's a really good offensive card. Like, he's got a 96 3 ball, 97 mid range. I think he's basically just a taller and better Steph Curry, because he's got a better jump shot than Curry in my opinion, at least on very quick timing. Dribble sigs wise, he's got that Steve Francis size up, which is easily the best size up in the game, and one of the best ways to score the ball is with that Steve Francis size up. He's got the Pippen behind the back, which I don't think is that great this year, but all around, I do think Jrue Holiday and Tyler Hero gonna just barely missing out of the top 5. I do think Denny is actually a better point guard than Jrue Holiday and Tyler Hero. I think Denny is probably just a better, taller Jrue Holiday, because he is 6'9" at the point guard position. Like, he's just a budget Ben Simmons. He's 6'10", or he's 6'9" with a 6'10" wingspan. If you take a look at his stats, might not be the greatest defensive stats, but he plays so good defense in game. You know, his jump shot's pretty solid on quick timing, has the MJ dribble style. He's not going to be really too flashy or doing anything too crazy on the court. He's definitely not the most fun point guard to use in the game, but all around, I do think he's probably a top 5 point guard, probably number 4 or 5 though. Next card here is going to be actually the new Damian Lillard, who I'm gonna throw in B tier. Like I said, he is the new card, so I haven't exactly used him yet in game, but he looks to be actually a lot better than his previous Galaxy Opals from the All-Star set and the other moments card he got. Kind of crazy, he already has 2 moments cards where we only have like 15 in total, but his stats and badges aren't going to be that crazy, but the difference is between his previous Galaxy Opal is his jump shot is now on very quick timing, and he's also got the MJ dribble style, which does make a very big difference. You know, the movement's going to be a lot better on Dame, and his jump shot's going to be also a lot better as well. So it might not seem like the craziest difference, and it really isn't, but 99 driving dunk on Damian Lillard could be really OP as well. I think Dame is probably going to be somewhere in that B tier category. Dennis Johnson, I think you probably got to go low A tier or high B. I'm gonna go low A tier for now. I think he's a very solid point guard. I really do think he's very solid. He's a great defender. I think he's just a little bit worse than a guy like Jrue Holiday. Magic Johnson, 1000% going to be in the S tier category. I do think he's probably the best point guard. It's really between him and Ben Simmons. It's a very close debate between those two guards, but Magic Johnson, 1000% going to be a top 5 point guard. Spencer Dinwiddie, I think I'm gonna have to throw in C tier. I just really don't think he's that great of a guard. He doesn't really do anything too crazy for me, so I'm gonna throw Spencer Dinwiddie in that C tier category. Donovan Mitchell, another really good good short point guard, just like Damian Lillard. Not exactly sure who's the better point guard between these three, but I think they're kind of on the same level, all being shorter guards, but still very nice at the point guard position. Monte Ellis, I think he's got to be C or maybe even D tier. Like, this card just really isn't that great. I'm gonna throw him at least in C tier just because he is a new card, but all around he just really isn't that great of a point guard. Ben Simmons, like I said, I think him and Magic Johnson are easily the two best point guards in the game. It really just comes down to preference, play style, and kind of what you want out of your point guard. If you want more defense and rebounding and size, you go for Ben Simmons. If you want a little bit more, acceleration, a little bit faster, more mobile of a point guard, a guy that can move a little bit better, you go for Magic Johnson. And then who's got a better jump shot? That just really comes down to preference. But next point guard here is going to be James Harden, who easily is going to be in the A tier category, and honestly, he might be S tier. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think James Harden is still probably a top 5 point guard. I'm gonna keep him in A tier for now, but he most likely will get moved up to S tier later in the videos. Kyrie Irving, honestly, I feel like he's just that step below, the Damian Lillard, the Donovan Mitchell, the Steph Curry. I think he's actually pretty solid, a lot better than I thought he was, but I just don't think Kyrie's on the same level as a Dame or a Steph Curry. Russell Westbrook, I do believe, is actually an S tier point guard. I think he's better than James Harden and Tyler Hero. I think his just rim running ability is so elite, and he's just so dominant down low. Like, he's just so good at going to the basket, basically finishes every layup, every dunk, gets and one animations, and is just unstoppable going to the basket. So I think for me, Russell Westbrook going to be a top 5 point guard. Ja Morant, I think he's got to be somewhere in that B tier category. I would say he's high B tier. I probably like him more than a guy like Curry, more than a guy like D-Mitch and Damian Lillard as well, but I feel like they're kind of all in the same tier, being, kind of undersized point guards. Allen Iverson, I think's also got to be in C tier. I mean, I will say this card is not as bad as I thought he would be. Like, he's not terrible. Like, for being a 6-foot point guard, like, his stats and badges in game is not that bad, and he's got his jump shot on very quick timing and actually some very solid dribble sigs. The fact is, he's only 6 foot. And I would take a guy like Donovan Mitchell over him by a little bit, but Allen Iverson really isn't as bad as I thought he would, but I think he's still probably got to be in that somewhere in that C tier category. Jamal Crawford, I think, is a little bit better than these short point guards just because he is 6'5", and if you know how to move with this card, he's got some really good dribble sigs. Like, if you look at his animations, he's got that Steve Francis size up, which is so important to have on your point guards. He's also got the quick drops off one, which is really nice for going to the basket. He's got the MJ dribble style. Jump shot wise is not an amazing, but it's not a bad jump shot. And then stats and badges wise is okay. Like, he's got a 98 ball handle, 95 speed with ball. He's pretty fast with 95 speed and 95 acceleration. So I think if you know how to move with your point guard and you're really good at dribbling, then I think he could be maybe in the A tier category. But for now, I'm gonna keep him somewhere in B tier. Mac McClung honestly wasn't as good as I thought he was. I think he's kind of on that same level as an Allen Iverson and a Kyrie Irving. Maybe you go B tier, but I just don't know. Like, when I first used Mac McClung, I thought he was a really good point guard and he was really fun to use, but and the more that I've used this card, I really don't think he's much better than a guy like Kyrie Irving. Luka Doncic, I think you got to throw either a high B tier or low A. I'm gonna go low A tier just because, in my opinion, I do like his jump shot, and I think that's what it really comes down to. If you can green his jump shot and if you like his jump shot. If you don't like his release and you can't agree with him, then he's probably somewhere in that B or maybe even C tier category. But his jump shot is now on very quick, and they kind of got rid of the hitch in Luka's release. It used to be on his opal and on his pink diamond. His hitch was terrible. Like, you could barely green his jump shot, but now his release is a lot faster. 96 3 ball, 92 mid-range. He can actually play somewhat good defense. He has an 85 driving dunk. I mean, I think Luka Doncic, for me personally, probably going to be somewhere in A tier. Magic Johnson, the pink diamond version, got to be at least A tier. I don't think he's a top 5 point guard. I'd probably take, Denny. Denny's just a better pink diamond Magic, and I like Russ a little bit more for his play style, but I do think you still got to throw Magic in the A tier category. One of the better budget point guards in the game, because I believe he's only like 40 to 50,000 MT, maybe even a little bit cheaper, which is really good for being maybe like a top 10 point guard in the game. Don Ole, I think, has also got to be, low A tier or maybe high B tier. Is he much better than Ja Morant? I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna give Don Ole A tier, though. I still think he's really good, even though he's a little bit shorter of a guard. Penny Hardaway, just for his height and his wingspan, I think you got to throw him in A tier just because he's 6'7". Rondo, I think, is probably either B or C tier. I mean, I don't think Rondo's really that great. I want to check out his stats. Like, I just want to see his driving dunk. Like, I don't think the card can dunk, so I think he's probably got to go. Yeah, only a 70 driving dunk really isn't the best. I know some people do like him because of his defense and, like, his jump shot solid, but I think for me, I got to throw Rondo in that C tier category. Is Lonzo B tier just because of his defense? I think he honestly might be. And then Shea, I think you got to go probably A tier for Shea. But yeah, Lonzo, I'm gonna put in B tier just because of his defense, and he is still a 6'6" point guard and can play solid defense. But I don't think he's really going to be that great of a point guard. But guys, now we have to move one of these point guards from A tier into the S tier category. So let me know in the comment section down below, out of all of these point guards in A tier, which one would you guys move up into S? For me, I think it's between these 3 point guards. It's going to be between Magic Johnson, I guess Drew Holiday as well, Tyler Hero, and then James Harden. But I think it's got to be James Harden. I mean, you could make an argument for Tyler Hero being better than Harden. I think that's a really close debate. So I think for me, I'm gonna throw all 6 of these guys in S tier. Like Harden and Hero are very, very close to the point guard position. Like Tyler Hero could be a little bit better. Just got to get him in my hands and see what I can do with him. But all around though, guys, I think this is gonna be my point guard tier list. Let me know in the comment section down below what would you guys change about it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.